first thing we're going to do now that we got it out of the crate, you're going to screw these nuts out right here so you can raise the handlebar up. And you're going to lock this in place and tighten the nut back up. Make sure this wire don't get pinched inside there. And that takes care of the handlebar. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to take this bolt with your nut, which is what you took out of here on the frame. You need this spacer. You're going to take the nut off the bolt. You're going to put it in the hole on the right side of the bike. Is easier. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to get the tire. You're going to take this. If you notice these notches right here, and those notches right there, those two little arms inside there, you need to line those up. And when you get them lined up, see how this is not going together? When you get them lined up, it will look like that. It'll be flush. Then you're going to put the wheel on. You want these two notches right here to be on each side of this little stud, like that. And then you're going to slide your bolt in. And you're going to take this spacer right here. You're going to slide it in right here.
Wait, let me see it again.
Spacer goes right here. Just like that. And you got your brake pads. Make sure that you get this disc between the brake pads and put it together. Okay, sometimes when you put these together, this brake disc won't fit inside the brake pads because somebody pushed the brake and it pushed them in. So what you want to do is you want to stick the flathead screwdriver between the pads and turn it, spread it out so that the disc will fit inside. You don't always have to do this, but sometimes you do. See how the disc is on each side of the pad now? And then you slide your axle through. Get the hell out. That's weird. Usually go right through it real easy. Cut that. Next thing you want to remember, when you get these, you put the caliper and the wheel and everything on. This pedal, this is the front brake. It's going to go all the way in. So what you want to do is just keep pumping on it until it gets tight. If you pump on it a few times, it'll tighten up. So don't think there's something wrong with it. You just got to pump it. Sometimes you pump it 2 or 3 times, and sometimes you got to pump it 20 times. Okay, you want to put this fender on before you put the tire on. Also, these two brackets right here. Make sure you bend these in a little bit because sometimes they're bent out too far and they won't fit between here, and you'll be fighting with it for an hour trying to figure out why. Make sure these are bent in a little bit. Make sure they're kind of straight, like they are. And you want to slide this in from the back side, just like this. And then you're going to take these little bolts and these washers that comes in a bag. You're going to put those bolts in. Okay, once you've got your fender on first, and then you put your tire on, make sure these two notches right here, one of these is on both sides of this. That keeps this in line. Next thing you want to do is you want to screw this cable off. You want to run it through this bracket right here. Just like that. And then you want to screw the cable back on. Sometimes the threads can be kind of finicky. Don't like to go straight sometimes, like this one. Just got to be patient, just like that. Okay, next we're going to put this sissy bar on the back, the lights. First thing you want to do is you want to take this nut right here off, and the washers. And there'll be two washers that go on here. Actually, you want to leave one washer on there. Then you want to take this bolt out right here. And you're going to come around to the other side. You're going to take this nut off. And one washer. Now sometimes at the factory, I don't know why, they must be drinking or something, I don't know. They'll put 3 washers on one side. There's only supposed to be 2 washers on each side. If there's 3 washers on here when you get it, put the other one on the other side. Then you're going to take this bolt out. And then you're going to take the bar, you're going to slide it in here like this. You're going to put this on the outside of this washer, like so, on both sides. Once you get this on both sides like that, put your nuts on just enough to kind of hold it in place. You don't want to tighten them up yet. And then you're going to take these bolts, slide them back in these holes, and line it up. One on the other side, and you're going to do the same thing. And you're going to tighten up the 2 on the other side, and this is tight, and then I'll show you how to hook the lights. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to hook up the turn signal lights in the back. The brake light should already be plugged in. If it's not, that's the way it goes. Then you're going to take the wire from the other side, the turn signal. You've got a light blue and a green. The light blue goes to the light blue, like so. And then you have this black one that has 2 plugs in it. You're going to hook the green to that one. And then you're going to take the other light that's on this side, and you're going to hit the green one with the other green one, same place, like that. Then you're going to take this other black wire and you're going to hook it to the orange one, like that. And then you're going to take a wire tie and you're going to take all these lights, pull this boot over it like this, put a wire tie around it. Just squish it on there like that. And then you're going to take it and you're going to roll it up. You're going to run another wire tie around it, around all these wires. That way you can stuff it up inside there. Like that. And then just cut your wire ties off so they're not sticking out. Should be good. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your shifter on. And this is kind of preference, how you want to put this on. Some people likes it like this, some people likes it like this. The proper way to do it is to have this kind of level, not perfectly level, maybe a little bit tilted. It's the proper way to do it. Then you slide it on, and then you take this bolt, and it goes in from the front, and that'll keep it from falling off. And then you tighten it up with a 10mm wrench. And you don't have to get this bolt real tight. Just snug it kind of good. You don't want to over tighten it and break the bolt off. And once you get it tight, it should be tight like that, and then you use this to shift. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the battery in, just like this. You put your strap on. Like that. And then you're going to put the hot one on the plus. You're going to put the negative one on the minus. Okay, when you get done, this is the way the strap goes. So you know you got the strap on correctly. This is the way the ground goes. And what I do, the ground wire's back here. I usually run it underneath this bracket right here. Kind of keeps everything tidy and out of the way so the wires don't get tangled on stuff. The hot one goes here. It's right there. And then when you're done, you put this little cover on and you're good to go. Okay, when you put this rubber cover on, you got these little tabs right here. One goes in that hole right there. There's one that goes in this hole right here. One goes in this hole. The easiest way to get those tabs in those holes, take a Phillips screwdriver, put this in there like that, and then take the Phillips screwdriver and put it in the middle. Push on it, it'll pop right in the hole. If you try to push it with your finger, they don't like going in. You have to push it with a screwdriver in the middle. And that's how that rubber cap goes on. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the mirrors. If you notice, both of them has an L, which means both of them for the left side. Don't pay no attention to that because it's not right. Now, the thing you need to pay close attention to is one of them has a standard thread and the other one has a reverse thread, a left-handed thread and a right-handed thread. You want to put the right-handed thread one on the left side. So I would start with this side first before you do this side because it's easier to screw in. If you screw this in and it starts getting tight and it won't screw in real easy, then you got the wrong mirror. You need to switch mirrors. So this mirror screws on easy, so that's the right one. If you look, you see I'm turning it clockwise. when I screw it on. That's the correct way it should be. Now the other mirror, you have to turn it backwards, counterclockwise, to screw it in. And it's just screwing pretty easy. Sometimes they'll be a little tight because they'll have paint on them. But it shouldn't be real hard. You should be able to just take your fingers and screw it around just like that. And then once you get them where you want them, also make sure this nut's screwed all the way up when you screw them on. And then once you get the mirror where you want it, screw the nut down tight on both sides and adjust the mirrors where you want them.